What's up, everybody? Doing my first deck tech now that Fate Reforged is about to be out, less than a week. I have updated my mono black deck with some of the new cards, and I'm going to showcase that now. First of all, got a text message. Run 4 Bloodsoaked champions, because the champion is great. Comes in for 1 real fast. Got a shiny one. And he bounces. It's great. Got 4 tormented hero. For the same reason, he's a 2/1. He's got a lot of power for a 1-drop. And he can block. That's why I go with him instead of like gnarled Scarhide. Because he actually can block. I didn't need more Bloodsoaked champions, essentially, because he can't block. Anyway, continuing on, got 2 brain maggot for hand disruption, because this deck is meant to kind of be real fast, and then going into the later game, you just win more. So, I need that hand disruption to make sure you're not messing with what I'm trying to do. Now, these are the new ones. I've added 3 Mardu strike leaders, because basically makes a bunch of Bloodsoaked champions. Let's be honest. They don't come back, but come on. He dashes in. He's got so much he can do. He's a 3/2. Oh, I love it. It's great. Can't wait to play test him more. Got a shiny one. Oh, it's just great. Now we get into the top end, or well, the start of the top end. We have 4 Master of the Feast, 2 shiny Forns. But yeah, he's a 5/5 flyer. It's your opponent does get to draw, but with this deck, you're hoping that doesn't even mean anything. Because if it actually matters that they draw, then chances are we're losing anyway, and we're going into game 2. Herald of Torment, another 3-drop. He flies. He bestows. It triggers Herald Torment, or not Herald Torment, Tormented Hero. He triggers Tormented Hero's effect. Makes people flying who aren't flying. Yeah, you take a life, but similar to the downside of Master of the Feast. If that matters, then you're doing it wrong. Another new guy, Brutal Horde Chief. Whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses 1 life and you gain a life. Now, that's just lovely with the Mardu Strike Leader, who hopefully you're dropping creatures left and right every turn. And that makes all of them 3/1s, essentially. Arguably 4/1s, because you get a 2-point life swing with the Master Feast. It's just great. A 7/5, 7/5 swing. It's Tormented Hero. You basically negates his upkeep cost. The Horde Chief is great. I'm probably going to add more once I get more. He's a 1/0 right now for playtesting. Erabos, because, lifelink is a big issue with this deck, and he shuts that off. He ain't with Indestructible. It's just great. Can't do much more than that. Can't hope for any more than that. Got the Gray Merchant, because he's a 5-mana burn spell in black, pretty much, who also gets to be a creature. And you can bestow Tormented Hero on him, and he becomes a flyer. A 5/7 flyer. Let's be honest, we're not trying to question why Gary is in this deck. It's Gary. Alright, now on to the spell base, or like this instant sorcery, etc., etc. Thoughtseize, again, for the hand disruption. The 2 life, again, is not going to be an issue, especially with the Horde Chief now. Run 2 Despise, again, to make sure there's no... I would sideboard these out if I was playing blue against a control deck, but they're great for anything creature heavy. Eternal Thirst is probably a weird card for most people to see in here, but I think it's just great. He grows, and like once you see this next card, Blight, I think they combo out real well. Just make a creature real huge, especially against like token decks who have a lot of little things on the field. I got 3 Bile Blights in here, and it's just a one of the Eternal Thirst, just because it's not super great, but I kind of just want it in there. He may get taken out once I get another Brutal Horde Chief, but for now he's there. Hero's Downfall is a 4 of, because I like to be able to get rid of whatever you play, just as soon as you play it. I want no board presence on the other side of the table looking at my massive army of warriors and just little black angry creatures. Whip of Erabos, for the lifelink, of course. Also, you can bounce back creatures. Master of Feast is great to bounce back, hit for 5, and then just disappear. Grey Merchant, no need to explain why Whip of Erabos is just amazing. Alright, and I run 20 lands, because the top end isn't too high on this, so I didn't think any more than 20 was necessary. Because after playtesting, it seems pretty easy to get to 5 mana, no problem. Okay, so that's the main deck. Now this is the sideboard. Run mogis, just for like mono, like racing decks, where I'm gonna have to race like mono red. Let's see what other ones. Just anything like that I'm just racing against. I want to get in there, want to be unblocked, I want to hit. 2 more herald torments in case, you know, the evasion needs to be real high up there, and I just need to swing over the air. So 2 herald torments, 1 doomwake giant, because he's a 4/6 body and neg 1s for everything on the side of the other side of the field. All these cards are pretty much for those real fast small aggro decks, and that's pretty much kind of what those 5 are in there for. Dark Betrayal is for the mirror match. I feel they're good against Abzan decks because he can kill Siege Rhinos real easy. I think this should be more, the Dark Betrayal, maybe more than 2, but especially because it's just for 1, but it's kind of nichey. So right now it's just a 2 of in the sideboard. 1 more Bile Blight, 1 Drown in Sorrow, and another weird card, 4 Stab Wound. I run 4 Stab Wound because I feel this is the best Courser Crewfix counter you can find. In neg 2s, so he becomes a 0/2 who loses you life instead, continuously gaining you life. And that just seems great. I want to be able to put that directly on the Coursers. You can put those on Wingmate Rocks. This is another Abzan mid-range counter. Palace Siege is in here because I just want to play test it. Can't really think of any decks this comes in against, but it just seems real fun to play. And Liliana, because I need a Planeswalker, and those Master Feasts make you draw a lot, and this makes you discard. So feel the synergy there. Right, let me know what you think about it. This is the sideboard. This is the main board. Let me know. See y'all next time.